Sure. The question is, how does this relate to the Forest Preserve District of Cook County? Interestingly, I wear two hats. I'm also the site steward for the Skokie Lagoons. And so I work closely. I've been trained in a program as a steward. And basically the role of the steward is organizing volunteers to become stewards of the forest preserve woodlands. So that's one of the reasons we use the buckthorn or the Skokie Lagoons, which unfortunately is so much buckthorn, but it's a great place. It's a jewel.
I'm with the Forest Preserve District, and I want to compliment what Daniel was saying, that if you would like to replicate this program or create one of your own, it's paramount that you work with your local Forest Preserve District or Cook County to obtain the appropriate permits and training before you enter the property.
Robin, that was a real adventure, looked like, for the students. Are they also encouraged to do the same thing in their own backyards and throughout their neighborhoods?
We haven't formally encouraged that yet. I think what the neat part this year was students really coming back and saying, I saw that in my backyard, or should we pull it out? You know, should I tell my parents about it? But we haven't carried it that one step further yet into their own backyards. We do take groups of students across into the cutting and burning of the buckthorn at the Skokie Lagoons or at Watersmead Prairie, but that's going into the forest preserves. We haven't taken it into the private homes yet.
Some of that happened organically, though, with our group. We had kids showing up to school clutching garlic mustard in their hand and saying, we found this, for the rest of the year. They were very excited about it. We also had kids come to us and say that they went to their neighbors or their friend's house and let their neighbors know that they had garlic mustard growing in their yard. They asked if they should just go in and take it out. I'm like, no, let them do it. Talk to them first. So we had student activists actually going around the neighborhood, letting students know, letting other families know that they had garlic mustard and they need to get out of their garden.
Yes. Two easy questions. One, how did you deal with herbiciding the buckthorn? And the second question is, did you come across any opposition where the teacher or somebody would say, we're interested in science and math, and that's what we got to emphasize in this one side of it.
Okay, firstly, the herbiciding. Buckthorn will grow back. Buckthorn just grows voraciously. There's no holding back. It has to be herbicided, and usually takes a double dose. It's a 2-year program, and also to use the herbicides, you need to be you have to go through a program and get licensed by or certified by the state of Illinois, the Department of Agriculture. The Forest Preserve District of Cook County, and I'm sure probably the other county forest preserve districts help facilitate that process so that it can be done as readily as possible. We do have, fortunately at Skokie Lagoons, we do have 2 volunteer herbiciders, applicators, and they come around. There's never enough of them.
I think we definitely have support on the front end from the teachers who weren't science teachers. But I think once the day was a success, and it also saw students shine. Students who normally may not shine in a traditional 43-minute classroom. Some of our kids who have the most struggle with traditional learning were absolutely phenomenally engaged and passionate about what they were doing, and our teachers saw that, and they came back and thanked us and said, my gosh, I know I went into this kind of with my feet dug in, but it was an amazing day for all of our kids.
Any opposition can be solved.
Yeah.
Catherine actually brought something up in her speech about the lunch period.
Yes.
And after being there a bit, if you could explain kind of the benefit of that extended lunch.
Oh, it's great. So generally, kids have 43-minute periods at our school. Lunch is quick, in and out, a little bit of recess time, but we had close to an hour plus for the lunch period. And at first, teachers were really worried about that. We definitely got feedback that we should have organized some kind of game activity for some kids. But as we looked across the field, and at one point had 85 plus students sitting, chatting, eating, relaxing, climbing a tree,
great to have these kinds of teachers. It's really challenging to take out, particularly the younger kids, and run a program. And these folks up here are real heroes because they took risks. They took risks. It's